Yes, last class we saw about this. We start up to this. I think. So what about this production function language? So that is we have inputs. We are in between outputs. We have some production function. Through this we are going to be get some. Here one more thing is all those things we are going to be physical things. The physical inputs. So see that labor is a physical, power and fuel and machinery and tools and some physical forces and raw material. All the physical things we are going to be make it into a production function. Through that we are going to be get some outputs. That outputs again that are in same what we can say. But again it is a physical component. So that is thing we discussed in the last class. So what is this production function? How it will be explained? We have Q is a production function. We can consider it. Where Q is a standard quality of output. Once we are going to be get output. F of x equal to something is there. Now y equal to f of x we can call. Same like way we have here. Q equal to f of some parameters inside. So the m1, m2, and m3, and m4, and m5. So we have later on we have information and number of times we need to proceed. That is n we have it. So Q is the quality of output, and m1 is material, men. So these are the 5 men's, 5 M's: material, men, machinery, money, and management. All those things are comes into this production. Then we are going to get some quality output. Again, we have some quality output we have. So this one. Then what is this production function and how we are going to be deal with this production function? Each firm has its own production function depend upon the technical knowledge and material availability, or we can say ability. Material based upon the material ability. Where so an improvement on a technical knowledge or managerial ability will bring about a new production function. Here the outputs of the functions of input. The output became the depend upon the variables of input. So as usual, how much input we are going to give, the same output we are going to get. Yes, sir. So we plan some, for example, we are going to be take 100 units of raw material. So how much we expect means based upon that output. For example, 100 liters of crude oil. How much we can get a petrol or diesel means we have some basic function divide. Again, we have a different materials from that we are going to be get. It may be a crude oil, from crude oil to kerosene, petrol, diesel. What are the various products are there? So based upon the percentage we are going to be get. So okay, 100 units of or 100 liters of crude oil we are going to be considered. How much we are going to be get? That is everything. That is simple meaning is the output is based upon the input sides. The production function can be expressed in a precise mathematical equation that we are discussed. That is Q equal to f of m 5 m's comma I comma and so on with number of. So information may be based upon some information maybe we need to give to the men. Some information we need to proceed with the mission. Some information may be n time. So in order to get a quality output, we are going to be processed. Then we have the expression came to a mathematical y equal to a plus bx. So it shows the constant relationship between application of inputs x and the amount of output y. The production function may fix production function or variable production function. So here the production function again we have 3 different types of production functions is there. In coming class we can discuss these 3 also. Total 3 types. So these one we can call a linear production function. Which one we are discussing now? We are still now we are not giving any precise name for these production functions. So later study. So this one became a linear thing. So how it will be, we will discuss. Once we discuss about the remaining 2, then it automatically will use the name as it is. The basic production function is a linear function. It shows there is a constant relation between the applications of input x and the amount of output y. So the production function may be fixed production function or variable production function. In fixed production function, each level of outputs requires a unique combination of inputs. On other hand, the variable proportion production function, which is the same level of output, may be produced two or more combinations of inputs. So how it will be? I mean, simple example. Some products we need to produce by only men. For example, without any machinery, we are going to be produce some products. Maybe we need in between some machinery, so that again based upon the size of prime. So here the prime is we can call an organization. So based upon the organization, they are going to be recruit whether it can be easily done by the man or a mission. That is based upon the organization decision. That is so the production mainly we have some there. Sir, my voice is clear. Some production function we are going to be apply on these inputs. Then finally we are going to be get some outputs. So that is the main intention here. So what is we already said that we have three different production functions are there. Every production function we have some assumption and criticisms are there of why we are using this one. What are the assumptions are there? Need to select these production function. So once we can select what are the criticisms, we can get over from these production functions also there. So the production function is related to a particular period of time. So we are going to be consider these production function which we are discussing, y equal to a plus bx. These production function we are going to be select based upon a particular period of time. Then level of technology remaining is constant. So whatever the technology that is either we are going to be used by the men or missions, what are the technology inside these production function we are going to be, that is a constant again. The producer is using the best, most technique available. The organizations are going to be see that why the best and most techniques means in order to reduce the production cost, that is input while they are making a product. So what is the cost they are going to be? They are going to be reduce the cost. They have to always check, because once the product cost is less in the organization, then they can sold in the outside. It is a very high. So that is always the producers may think that the cost of preparing that production will be less. So the factors of productions are divisible. So that is how it will be divisible. So for that, one simple example. For example, generally, while we have an aptitude test, there is some questions are there. So one person will do 8 hours works. He can produce some 100 units of products. Then 2 persons in the same time, how many products will give? Have you remember this type of questions? So one person can do in, for example, if not persons are mentioned, A can do the work and B can do more than his work in twice of time. So maybe in the same time, C can do twice of work. Some type of relationship questions will be asked in the aptitude test. So work and time relation. Same here. Again, the productions are divisible. So how many persons are involved, how much of products are coming out, everything is divisible. Then productions can be featured in a short term or a long term also. That is maybe, for example, one organization is going to be produce a number of products per day. The same, for example, another organization produce a number of products, only 1 or 2 per day. For example, preparing a water bottle. So in a second, you can see some food factory channels is there. No? They are giving in 1 minute of time it will produce 2,700 biscuits at a time. So it will prepare 1,000 packets for 1 hour time. So that time it may be a long term or short term, may be based upon the production. So we cannot produce in a car in 1 second in 1,000 cars. So if you come to in the car industry, per day they are going to be produced at 20 or 30. So based upon again the technology what you are going to use, what the machineries they are going to use, either they are going to be run by the mans or a machinery, based upon again that is a proportional or different. So how we are that is the different. So utilization of inputs at maximum level of efficiency. So the inputs are there. We are going to put the maximum level of efficiency. So that utilization. So when we are going to be do the production, we should avoid. So number 94, please mute your mic. Number 94, please mute your mic. So can someone ask them to mute?
మాస్టర్ నేను ముందే ఇచ్చేస్తున్నాను ఇద్దరికి 8 సూపర్. మాస్టర్ మీ జడ్జ్మెంట్ చెప్పండి.
Okay, so this is about, we have some importance of this production function are there. So when the inputs are specified in a physical unit, the products function helps to estimate the level of production. So this is simple lines only. There is much need of explanation also there. There is no much need of explanation also. Then with the help of isoquantums, production function explains a different combination of input which will be the same level of output. So these isoquantums and some of the terminologies are there, which we will discuss at end of these 3 production functions completed. How it will be. The simple meaning is how we are going to be. If the number of inputs is there, number of outputs is there, how we are going to be draw some visualization graphs in this. So that is known as those isoquantums. So we will see the third topic in the second unit, that only isoquantums. So that we will see upcoming classes. So how it will be the relationship. We will use the relationship with a graphical manner. So that will be used these isoquantums. Then production function indicates the manner in which the prime. So this is a word I said that no. Fi or a prime we can call it is an organization. The meaning of prime is an organization. Can substitute one input for another output for altering the total output. So we are going to be replacing the inputs. So based upon the some altering, some modifications need or without altering also. So same inputs without altering the total output. So what we are going to be change the input. If I change this input also, there is no problem with the output. So that thing also they are going to be monitor about this. That is another importance of this production. When the prices are taken into a consideration, so that is one more main factor for this production function is a price. So why need to? So order of the day we are going to be the organization is not going to be keep all the products now. Yes or no? So even if I am a farmer, if I am farming rice, is that every rice I am going to be eat it? So somewhere I am going to be sold it. The same, the organization is going to be produce the number of products. The products order of the day we need to sold it. So the price consideration also we need. So how much they invest for this company, then what is sold, then how much they are gaining. So whether they can run for the next year or not, or they are going to be stopped for this year. So everything we need to consider it. So let us 2 types of inputs output relationship. So if you are taking input output, how it goes? The law of variable proposition. So that one of the topic, and the law of returns to the same. So how once how the products came into the market, how the sales. So based upon the sales also we are going to be decided how what is the importance and how it is going to be proper navigation through these organization to sales and markets automatically. So these production functions mainly, so input to output. So what is the fixed type of inputs we are going to be? What is the outputs are getting? If I am going to be change the inputs also, if there is no altering about outputs, then we are for example, for this we simple explanation about this. For example, we are going to be use 100 units of inputs. We are going to be same getting some 100 units of outputs also. If I am going to be less 98 or 90 inputs also, the same 100 outputs I am going to be getting. So what is going to be happen? Number of inputs is reducing, then the cost of input will be less. Then it is profit to the organization. So that they are going to be check it through this production. So it helps to understand the loss of returns in a production. And we see some example for this. Manufacturing customer-made products like. So what is this? See this? So I already told you. So how the relationship between the products and inputs. So what are the different stages are there that we are going to see. So manufacturing customer-made products. So like boiling with a specific capacity, boiler with a specific capacity, and constructing flats, and structural fabrication works for selected customers, some etc. Structural fabrications means what? So for example, for this I can give a best example. For example, if I am going to be a tailor, so they are going to be stitch dress for me according to suits my structure. So he is not going to be take one particular measurements is not going to be stitched for all the men. It is not at possible. No? So that is based upon the each and every input, they are going to be changed out. So that is a customer made products. For example, we have another type also. We have a manufacturer standard products like, for example, car, bus, motorcycle, and televisions. So some except. Yes or no? So if I, for example, in a car, for example, Maruti Suzuki, for example, we can take some design. Anyone is going to be buy a Dzire car is come to the show, come to the products from manufacturing, the same products will come. So how 1,000 products will take 1,000 more, 1,000 cars also in the same model. So if we need extra fittings, that is based upon the user side. That is. So some standard products like this. So these are the some example of productions. So maybe customer made and standard. Then what is this continuous production? Production facilities are arranged as per this sequence of production operations from the first operation to finish the product. So we need to take a constant production function. We need to maintain entire producing the outputs. So that only if one product is coming by using this production function, the same thing we can apply for 100 products also. So we not to change. For the first operation, how we are going to be finished it is used for the last operation also. So such that only we are going to be get the same products what we desire on that particular particular thing. So the items are made to flow through the sequence of operations through the material handling devices such as conveyors or transfer devices, some extra. So what are the materials we are going to be? That materials also we need to monitor it, whether it is properly working or not, whether it is giving that inputs are going to be proper transferring or not, everything. So in between. So even for this we can simple example. Some food factories they are going to be produce some maybe biscuits or chocolates that advertisements we can say. So they are going to be how they are going to be prepared. So in between, see that some persons are standing in between the missionaries. They are going to be check some products are defecting. They are going to be removed from that missionary. So have you observed that? You can clear idea about this. So production in economics. So what we are going to be seeing is economics, how this production will plays a major role. Production in economics means the creation of goods and services which we have exchange values. So we already discussed in the first in this definition of production. So again, we have two different types of definitions are there. So one given by one scientist, another given by another. The first definition, they are going to be talk about only the goods. Then later on, the situation. So we already saw some history of, I think here is available. So in history also we can see once the products is released into the organization, they are not going to be see about the products. They are going to be see about the services also. That is the second definition given by another scientist. That is we need to. So process of production creates the utility by conferring from the utility, place of utility and time utility. So these are the, again, factors. The process of production creates the utility. Some factors are. So what is the utility, place utility and time utility? So production is an organized activity of transferring inputs and outputs to satisfy the demand for the commodities and services of the company. So commodities means again a goods, so basic goods we can call. So everything, what the inputs and outputs, it should be satisfied by the organization, and once it comes into the market, it definitely satisfied by the users also. So that is always going to be used that products. The input transfers to the all those things which a prim but employs to the produce a particular product. So the inputs, how the all the things should be prim about, and an organization should think about all the various factors while they are going to be getting the inputs to the prim. So that we are going to be check all those things. Then output means the quantity of goods which are finished producing by the prim for selling. So before one is about, they are going to be think about the inputs, whether it is going to be properly served or not. Then output means whether it is selling properly or not. So inputs means inside the organization they are going to be used for producing the outputs. In output means we are going to be see about whether how it is going to be sold or not. So that is the quantity of goods is going to be proper. The production analysis deals with the physical production and supply side of the market. So the final production it means, so it is analysis that deals of physical production and the supply side of the market. So how much units were selling, how much units were sold, so what is the profit we got it, so how much we can give for input into the organization, so how much cost we were produced for the inputs, how much we got a profit by the outputs, everything we are going to do. So this is the economics way we can go. So once the concept of economics came into every place, so there is a definitely is a product and a services, and we can see about the cost also. And we can the cost, how again the cost is varies based upon the input factors also. So why for this we have simple, why one similar products we have a different models. So same we have a car, we can take one commodity, one product. So why we have a different models are in the car? Even there is a different models in a different places. Not only a different in, there is a different in the same organization also. Again, we have the different products in different places also. It's not only a different products in the same organization also. So there is various basic factors are included in this. Then we have another one is about production system. So what is this system? The production system of an organization, that is the part which produces products of the organization. So total system we are going to be total organization we are going to be. So that is that any it is the activity whereby the resources following within a defined system are combined and transformed in a controlled manner to add the values in accordance with the policies communicated by the management. So these resources are there, inputs are there, some employees are going to be work, some missionaries are working. So every organization we have some policies. So how to be that? So how to run? For example, in what time we need to open an organization, what time we need to close an organization. So it may be we have a number of shifts are there. For example, some organizations say they are not going to be stopped. It is going to be run by 24 hours. So workers are going to be changed by the shift and shift. For example, in Elur we have jute mill. I think we have various shifts are there now. So morning 5 o'clock they are going to be one shift is coming out and another 6 o'clock another shift is going. That is it. So some organizations they are not going to be stop their productions. They still it is continuous running with the various batches or various shifts they are going to be running. So based upon the policies. Then semantic production system. So this is about the total. So general production function, we are going to be some inputs are there. We are applying some production function. We are going to be get some outputs. So here we have a total systematic production system. So that is a production function we are going to be. That production function we are going to be using this production system. So see that inputs are there. The last outputs are there. I think it is visible to everyone. So we have inputs are there, we have outputs are there. So in between general, we have in between the things we can call a production function. So how we are going to be transfer from inputs to outputs, that is known as a production function. So in a production system, not only a production function, we are going to be see about a transformation process, production design, process planning, production control, and maintenance. Then how it will be? That's why we talk about the continuous production. What is this continuous? So inventory, quality, and cost. So the same we were already discussed some software engineering concept. No? Have you remember the software engineering concept? So how to design a software? What is the there is a different models are there. No? Waterfall model, spiral model. So remember. So problem identification, problem definition, design, implementation, planning, testing. So same way here also in the production we have all those. Okay. So what is the characteristics of this production system? So what are the characteristics? So we say about importance of production function. Same way we can see about the characteristics of the production function. A production is an organization activity. Yes, exactly. So every production system has an objective. So objective means what is the aim of it. So what they are going to be taking input, what the output they are going to be. So that's why in the starting itself, we are every subject they are going to be there. What are the course objectives and outcomes. So why we are going to be specify these subjects. What is the aim of this subject and what we are going to be get an outcome. Same way here also. Every organization we have a unique. Or some way we can talk about some unique also here. So for example, AICTE is giving unique rules for all the organizations. So based upon these rules, they are going to be whether it is comes under AICTE or not, or else we can say take some ISO standards. So what is this ISO standards? Can anyone know that this ISO standards? They are going to be mentioned ISO 2001 to 2018, 2001 to 2002, 2003 to 2004. This is some standards. So ISO standards, they are framing some rules. If particular product or a particular organization or particular model or a particular product is going to be satisfy these rules framed by the ISO standards. So once the standards are going to be equal with this, when the standards are going to be satisfied with the product, for example, we are going to be talking about the product, then it's going to be, it is an ISO certified product. So okay. Have you heard the word? No, ISO standard, that is international standard for organizations. So we have some various standards out there. So that is the system transforms the various inputs as well as outputs. So inputs to useful outputs. So that is another characteristics of production system. It does not separate the isolations from the other organization system. So there is no need to separate operations should be performed. So it does not operate in isolation. So that there is no need of a unique things also there. It may produce a more, for example, the same type of products. For example, we have cool drinks. You can get a 10 rupees cool drink also. The same 10 rupees cool drink that is quality. We may have 30 rupees also. So again, different inputs they are going to be including that. That is the cost may be available. So there exists a feedback about the activity which is essential to control and improvement of system performance. So for this simply I am asking. In the starting class onwards I am whether my voice is audible or not, whether I want to change it or not. So that is once somebody is going to be given a feedback, okay sir, your voice is clear, then I can go with. So if somebody said, yes, sir, your voice is not clear, I need to change the environment, I need to change the devices or everything. So why I want to change this? So based upon the feedback of the product or based upon the feedback by you. So sir, your voice is not clear, then definitely I need to change my materials, all those things and the environments. I want to check with all those things. How I want to check means, so again the based upon this feedback. So everywhere this feedback is very, very important. So that's why in our another subject also we discussed about one term. So they are going to be asked, for example, in Zomato or Swiggy, they are going to be ordered. So after completion of, please provide your valuable feedback. Please provide your valuable feedback. So that is so see that nowadays we don't know who is the organization is going to be produced. Nowadays we don't know who is there. So see that what is the difference? What is Zomato and who is in Yeluru some restaurant? We are simply giving a feedback to the Zomato, not for him. So based upon that, the next time the Zomato need to take over this restaurant or not. So they are the restaurants are the producers. We are not going to be see about the producers. We are going to be see the in between brokers. So like Zomato always. So now the Flipkart also same. Flipkart is not a manufacturer. It is a simple mediator in between the productions and the users. This is a simple mediator. So we have some classifications there. This production system. We did job shop productions and batch productions and mass productions and continuous productions. So based upon the inputs and outputs, based upon the production size, based upon the input size, so is going to be divided into various classifications. So we have some simple diagram about these four things. So project, mass productions, and batch production, and jobs of productions. These are the various classifications of production functions. So we'll see one by one clearly. So job shop productions are categorized by the manufacturing one or few quantity of products designed and produced as per the specification of customer with a fixed time and cost. Please be remember that. So every definition we have something. So here we have a fixed time and cost and specification of customers as per the specification of customers. When some specific customers they are going to be job, for example, 1-to-1 only. It is not a whole. For example, we are going to be order. So if the restaurants, number of restaurants are there, the person is going to be buy a one food item for one at a time one. So specific. They are specifying one customer at a fixed time. So that is the job shop productions. Then another one is about. So in this itself, we distinguishing the features of these low value and high variety of products. Low volume and high variety of products. So these job shop productions will use these another importance. So low volume and high variety of products. And a job shop compromise general purpose missions arranged into different departments. So in this production function or production system, they are going to be used the missions to organize the different departments. So in organization, there is not only a one department, we have various departments to run. So in previous diagram we saw, no? So inputs and outputs, in between we have a planning and designing and controlling all those things. That are the various departments. So we have missionaries for the various departments, and each job demands a unique technological requirements and demand processing missions in a certain sequences. So again, we have a specific customers are there, and a specific cost will be a fixed time and cost also. For this, we have simple. If we go to DMart or any shopping complex, we are not going to be do any bargain. We have some fixed cost, and we have a fixed price in a fixed time also. So that is some specifications of job. Next, what is about this batch production? Batch production is defined as a form of manufacturing which is a job passes through functional departments with the lot or batches, and each lot may have the different routine. So each lot have a different routine. So each and every production they have a different process to produce this. So that job passes through a functional departments in the lots and batches. So again, this how we can call it, the function again divided into sub-functions, no? As our technical terms we can say. The function again divided into sub-functions. The program divided into functions. Again, the functions is divided into sub-functions. That is different routines, some different things they are going to be applied here. Then it is going to be. So the name itself is then a batch. So it is characterized by the manufacturing of a limited number of products produced at a regular interval and stocked waiting sales. So again, it is produced in a regular interval. So we can simply call it a season batches. Some regular intervals. So it will produce only in a specific period only. There we have a specific persons with a certain time and cost. Here we have a specific intervals to produce the products also. So that is it. Then other one is about mass production. What is the mass? The name itself is the whole. So that is the manufacturing of discrete part of assemblers using a continuous process are called as a mass production. Here we have continuous production. So we are going to be take a discrete part of. So what is discrete? Can you define the name? Then we can have this. What is a discrete? So what is a discrete synonym? We have another one. Can you? We can say another name. So discrete means we can definitely come into another picture is continuous. So the RL's discrete functions and integral functions. I will remember. So integral f of x. So dy by dx. So some discrete. So that is when we are going to be give assemblers means what? If I'm going to be make one product, we need some different products need to keep one place. Then only we can do the assembly. So that is a whole mass. Okay. So we have a mass whole. Many things we need to do. So the production system justified by a very large volume of production. So it is a very, I already said that we have different things are going to be concluded here. So when we have the size of productions also is a very high. The missions are arranged in a line or a product layout. The product and the process standardization exist, and all the outputs follow the same path. So once we are going to be make some layout, once we are going to be make organization clearly. So we already said that production function or production system we have how were defined for the first product, the same it will be continued for the n number of products or 100 products or 1000 products, how many products they are going to be. So if the production function fails, what is going to be happen? So we have defects in the outputs. We have defects in the outputs. Yes or no? For example, why it is this service came into a picture. For example, all the products are they are giving. For example, we buy a refrigerator or any washing machine. They are giving a 10 years warranty. Is that all the products before 10 years are going to be get damaged? No, not at all. In some one or two products are going to be damaged. For example, in out of 100, maybe 20 or 30 products are there. So again, in the 20, 30 also maybe based upon the functional wise defects or something by the customer also. So again, there is a defects on different. So why again? So if the giving the 10 years of warranty, so before 10 years there is no problem with at all. Then why they are giving a 10 years warranty? If the 10 years warranty is there, why if anything happened, the company is going to be take care about. Why they are giving a precise providing that warranty also, they are going to be claim cost for every product. We are buying. So what is so if warranty is there, okay, in between if the product gets any damage, the company is going to be take care of it. For that warranty also they are going to be claim the cost in your product. Please be remembered that is they are going to be claim the cost in your products itself. That's why only if the 10 years, 20 years, 30 years products are there, why it is a very high cost products? So that is only they are going to be implementing that cost in the services also. So that is the one. Here we have. Then what is the main objective of this production management? So total we are going to be talking about this overall management wise this how the production will. The main objective of this production management is to produce a goods services in the right quality and right. So this is the overall. So we saw about a production function, continuous production system, all those things. So these all those things comes into a one organization. How the organization is going to be managed. So at the outlook of the management to produce a goods or services in right quality and quantity at a right time and right manufacturing cost. So see that. First of all, we are going to be saw about a production function. What we saw. So we have some inputs, we have some production function, we have outputs. We are going to be talk about this. Later on, production system. What we have what is the cost we are going to be include. So what are the types of inputs we are going to be use. If some inputs are going to be less, also there is no change in the output. Then what are the implements? So all those things implementations. Finally, the management, that is the total organization, how they are going to be managed. So we need to talk about the goods and services in a right quality and a right quantity, the right time and the right manufacturing cost, and in the less manufacturing cost or a precise cost. And for example, if I am going to be selling a product with 100 rupees, if it is a manufacturing cost is 100 rupees, then what is the difference between? Then how they are going to be organizations, they are going to be run that organization. Every organization is going to be run based upon the profit only. So that is the thing. So what is this right quality? So we talk about right quality, right quantity, right time and right manufacturing cost. These four we can see is enough for today's class. So what is the right quality of the product is established based upon the customer needs. So quality means, so we need to take about the customer needs. We need to calculate and how the customer needs means they are going to be asked. For example, one product is going to be released. We are going to be getting the feedback, and next time we are going to be produce the same type of product with a better quality. So the right quality, not necessarily a best quality. Again, there is some litigation is there. See that. It is determined by the cost of the product and the technical characteristics assumed as specific requirements. So why it is again? See that the right quality is not necessarily a best quality. Now you see that for this in present situation we have, for example, So we have a number of masks are there. Is that all the masks are in the same cost? All the masks are in a best quality? But we are producing, okay, we buy these masks, okay, we was safe. So again, there is a N95 masks are there, something different masks are there, even if our Rasa sisters are local parties leaders are distributing some different. So why it is again? So that is again, the right quality is not necessarily a best quality. So that is then what is the right quantity? The manufacturing organization should produce the products in a right number. If they are produced in excess of demand, the capital will lock up the form of inventory. If the quantity is produced in a short of demand, leads to shortage of products. So we already know that we have some specific period of time. So the organization need to produce some amount of products. So if it is not going to be given the right quantity, then it is be a demand in the market. Yes, sir. For example, see that onions nowadays. So we need to import some thousands or million tons of onions from the other countries also. If something is going to be stopped, what is going to be happen? It makes some demand. Already existing onions are going to be a high cost. So that it leads to some demand. It leads to shortage of products. So that is a short of demand also. So that is one. Then another one is the right time. So at what time we need to produce these products? At what time we need to produce? So how it will be? For example, so in a season, we can produce, for example, one such products we are producing in a one right time. So then products will be sold easy. So that how it will be. The timeliness of delivery is one of the important parameters to judge the effectiveness of production department. So that the production department has to make the optional utilization of inputs resources to achieve its objectives. So how it will be? For example, in a winter season, we need a sweaters. Is that winter season is going to be start? They are going to be start the production? No. In summer also they are going to be start the production. They are going to be released the time. The products are going to be released in this winter time. So that is right time delivery is also an important. So another we have a right time delivery. For example, today we need some product in Yeluru. It's a right time. For example, the product is going to be manufactured at Delhi. So if I want to deliver it today, what I have to decide it? So I need to take a product before 1 week. For example, we need to travel that product from Delhi to Yeluru. So what we need? We need to see about the time of delivery also. At the right time it is going to be delivery or not. So that is another one is about right manufacturing cost. So these are another important factor. If the cost is very high, so nobody is not going to build it. If the cost is very low, there again we can see that if one product, the same product, they are going to be putting some Flipkart, they are putting very low cost the same product. So we will see that okay, the cost is somehow defect. Maybe it is a problem. So that's why only we are going to be stop buying. If it is very high, oh, it is very high cost. So we are going to put cost as a moderating. So it should be attracted by the product. It should be take over. So that's only how we can see again. So some feedbacks we are going to get. Then we can fix the cost. The manufacturing costs are established before the product actually manufactured. Please someone mute. Somebody is making disturbance. Please mute your mic. So all the attempts should be made to produce the products at pre-established cost, so as to produce the variations between the actual and standard decided cost. So we are going to be put some fixed cost. So what is before and after? So why the product is going to be manufactured one cost, later on it is going to be give some price dropping is going to be happen. Maybe the product is not going to be sale. Maybe the manufacturing time of the product, so that is solding time, is going to be finished. So something in between. For example, about this we have a simple example. If the product is manufactured in this year, so for example, we can simply take cars. We can talk about the car model is 2019, 2020. If 1 year lost, what is going to be happen? The model is the previous year. Definitely they have to reduce the cost. So we have to see about this manufacturing cost also. So that is very much needed. So difference between production and productivity. So these are terminologies only. Yes, we can see that. Production is the number of goods made. Productivity is the number of goods produced divided by the employees. So simple. For this we have an example. A business produces 40 chairs with 5 employees. The production is 40 chairs. The productivity is 40 by 8. For example, you can take some productivity in the units. We can 8 units. So 40 divided by 5 employees, that is 8. So here we have productivity is units produced by input used. So this is about the difference between production and productivity. So this is a simple. Then this is a second production function. We will see in the tomorrow. So overall, whatever it is, this is just two variations in the production function. But overall production function, what is the production system? What is the continuous production? What is the difference between production and continuous production? What is the production management? What are the different types? What are the consideration we need to take about a product? So what are the inputs and outputs? So everything we saw about. So this is under just variation purpose. We are going to be learn about the second and third about. This again the name itself is there, no? Pope and Dongles. So this is two different scientists. They were published in 1928. So no problem. We'll continue tomorrow. The next class when this Saturday. Okay. So I think if you have any doubts, you can ask me. It's already 10:50. I already told you by exactly 10:50. So 1 or 2 minutes we have little bit clarifications, doubts, any doubts are there. Are you following? Is there any problem with